everyone, it's Lindsay from the blog Books for Christian Girls, and today I'm going to be doing a super fun tag. This tag was actually created by Jessi over at Jessi Dawn, and I will link her video down below so y'all can go check it out. She is the original creator of this tag, and it is the Fruits of the Spirit book tag. And I'm very excited to do this one. These questions are really kind of different, so let's go ahead and get started so I can explain why I picked different books. So right off the bat, the first question is representing love. What are your top 3 favorite book couples? And I know a Carrie Taransky book would be in there too. And I think a Jen Turano book would be in there. But again, I'm not sure which ones. So I don't want to say like these are my top 3 when I haven't read them for a while. But the first one that came to mind is any of Carrie Taransky's ones. So we have Across the Blue by Carrie Taransky, and Isabella and Drake were just absolutely precious, but I really loved that they both had their passions and they just kept working towards the passions that the Lord had given them. So they kind of were like that triangle thing. The more you run, the more you're going to meet as you're chasing the Lord. And I thought that was really cool, and I loved seeing that. So they're definitely one of my favorites, and I've enjoyed all Miss Carrie's other couples in her historical books. But I'm not sure like which one is a top favorite, but this one was one that came to mind very quickly. For joyful, we have name a character who went through horrible trials. Were they joyful? Would you have been if you had gone through the same? I feel like in a Christian fiction, there's a lot of times we see characters who have come through and overcome different challenges from their past. But the first one that I really stuck out to me was Nikki Boyd from the Nikki Boyd Files. This is a trilogy, and then there was a companion book. And, you know, it's a suspense, so I just in general being shot at is not something I would want to be part of. No, like I might have done a lot of different criminal justice courses, but no, I don't want to be shot at or like kidnapped and held for hostage or fighting with people. No, thank you. So personally, I want to do that. I don't know if I would be joyful. I feel like I would be joyful if that was what the Lord had called me to do. I would hope I would be joyful in my joy in the Lord, not in my circumstances of earthly stuff going on around me. There's a scripture in James 1 that talks about encountering trials so that your faith can become stronger. And I would hope that's what would happen through me and if I was in Nikki's situation. But I really don't want to be in Nikki's situation, so. For peace, name a book where a river or body of water is important to the story. And this one I really had to think about because I couldn't even think of one that's like the main thing. But I'm going to have to go with Saving Sailor by Renee Riva. So this book is basically set about AJ and her family. AJ's fantastic, y'all. Like, let's just get that out of the way first. But her and her crazy family go on a summer vacation to an island. So we have them surrounded by water, and she plays out in the water a lot. So we're going to count that. Patience. Name a book you anticipated or you are currently anticipating. For me, I'm going to do anticipating because I haven't got to talk about this book much and I really want to talk about this book. That is The Warrior Maiden by Melanie Dickerson. I really do love the story of Mulan, and I was so happy to hear from the publisher that the Mulan in this story is Asian. That means so much to me because we need better diversity in our Christian YA. So I was very much excited to see this one. I do feel like I'm going to be a little more critical than any of her past books because this is like my favorite story. This is the one I know the most about. So I'm very much looking forward to it, and I'm trying to be patient. Trying. For kindness, name a selfless character. I'm going to go with Cassia from $1 Million Dilemma by Judy Bear. Y'all know so much how much I love this book. I adore this book. I'm getting ready to reread it as of filming this video, and I have the quote on my wall. It's in my bio link on Instagram. I love this book so much, and I know it's not everyone else's favorites because of Cassia, but I personally love her, and I love how even though she wins all this money, she doesn't want any bit of it, and it's due to her upbringing, but also the fact that she's seen her co-workers' lives be ruined by it, so she was more than willing to just, okay, hands off, I don't want it. And I think she showed true selflessness. Yes. Goodness! Name a book with a plot twist so shocking you were like, oh my goodness, I love this question. I think this one is probably my favorite out of here. And I'm going to have to go with The Story People by Heather Kaufman. Y'all heard me talk about this one and Fangirl just a little bit in my mid-year book freakout tag. That's the name of it. I'll link it. But this one, I can't say why, but there was different parts that maybe others would have saw, but I didn't see it, so I was pretty shocked. And I'm like, this makes so much sense. I love it. So yes, we're gonna go with this one. So for faithfulness, name an author whose books you will always buy without question. I have a few authors that I will definitely do that, like Miss Janice Thompson and Amy Clipston and Carrie Turansky. Those are ones like I just tell me more about the book and yes, I want to read it. Typically not nonfiction, but for the fiction side of it, yes. But the one that hands down I will buy it. It honestly doesn't really matter what the price is because I'll buy it. Erin Mangum. How many of y'all saw this coming? Did you see this coming? I'd love to know. But yes, Erin Mangum, I love her books. Y'all have heard me talk about her books in so many of my videos. She is such a good author, and I love her characters. And you know, there's been reprints of her books that she's indie printed, and I've bought them all. I have no regrets because I love her books. This next question gets me quite tickled, and it's for Gentleness. Show us your most damaged book. So honestly, I do have some elementary books that are pretty sad, but they are like secular books, so we're not going to mention those. And then love-inspired suspense books, because they're so small, the spines crack so easy, and that hurts my heart. But for actually on this bookshelf behind me, I think I'm going to have to go with Lost in Dreams by Roger Brunner. And in all honesty, it's not that bad, but I do have a problem when I hold a book open and that happens. That kind of annoys me. I bought this book used from Thrift Books, and it said it was good. Thrift Books, we need to work on how you label books, because this isn't good, because the spine is cracked twice. Again, it does not affect the readability, but I don't consider this to be good. But I'm also really picky, so you know that's what that is. Oh, and then this, and then this, and then this. Look, this. Do you see how dirty it is? My book is dirty. Why is my book dirty? So I consider that to be really my most damaged Christian fiction book. That's not like love-inspired suspense books or contemporary or whatnot. And then the last question is self-control. Name the strangest place you've ever read because you couldn't wait any longer to continue the story. I really don't feel like I've done a strange place before. I don't really like taking my books out of the house in the sense of, because they get dirty. Is that what happened to this one? I don't know. Can't think of a strange place. I very much like stay in my home with my books. I mean, there have been times I have tried to lay upside down with my head hanging off of my parents' bed reading because it looks fun, but I don't get a paragraph in before all the blood starts rushing to my head and it's not fun anymore. So, I mean, that's not really a strange place, that's just a strange position. But that's the best I got. So that's really it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, Jessi, for tagging me. I'm so sorry it took forever and a day, but I finally have it up. And while I won't officially tag anyone to do this video, if anyone wants to do it and seems interesting, I would love to see y'all's responses to this, and I'd also love to know who is y'all's auto-buy author. Let me know what y'all thought about my auto-buy author. Have you read any of her books? I would love to know in the comments below. Woohoo! So I guess that's it for this video. I'm Lindsey from the blog booksforchristiangirls.blogspot.com, where I post a new review every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I have a new video on this channel every other Thursday, and I'm on Instagram almost every other day. Bye, y'all!